Hi, my name is Darcy Nyrose from Nyrose & Associates, DNA Project Marketing, and Coldwell Banker Horizon Realty. And today we're here to talk about July 2021 market stats for Kelowna. Another great month, but we want to talk about last year versus this year first off. So last year, of course, COVID hit. We saw a little bit of unrest, we saw a little bit of uncertainty, but around June, July of last year, something switched. And last July was our biggest sales price gain over the last 5 years. So when we look at that, that means last July was incredible and it just kept going from there. But this year, if we look at July versus last year, this should be relatively close because there's such a big jump. And we're going to see that in actually the amount of sales. But listings, we're going to see that we're going to be down because last year a lot of stuff was coming to market because everyone was uncertain. But July triggered 2020, things started to sell. Then we started to have that demand supply crunch. So let's start with condos. So this July we had 315 listings, which is 61% less than July last year. Of course, again, last year everyone was trying to put their stuff on the market to sell, so we should see a drop in listings. In townhomes, we saw 138 listings last month, but last year we're actually down by 64%. Again, correlates to what I discussed. And for single family, we had 705 listings. We're down about 48% over last year. Now let's look at how many we had sell versus last year. Now we had 177 condos sell last month, which is plus 18%. So again, last year we saw this huge bump in the market change. So I wasn't expecting to see a huge number of sales change from this month last year. So we see 18%. Townhomes, we actually saw a drop. We sold 100 townhomes last month, which is minus 18% over last year. Again, last July was so busy, I didn't expect us to be a huge change over last year. So we saw 18% drop. And for single family, again, we had 269 homes sell last month. That is actually almost a 30% drop over last year. When we get to the single family, I did think that was going to be a little bit closer just because people were looking for space. However, we're down 30%. This is the kicker. Average sale prices. So last July, from June, July, we saw this huge bump, almost about $130,000 average sale bump from June 2020 to July 2020. That was a big bump. But then from there to this year, every month we pretty much saw an increase in average sale price. So are we expecting to see another huge gain? Well, condos average sale, $434,402. That's a 21% increase. So we're still seeing that demand there. Townhomes, average sale price, $679,678. That's a 24% bump as well. And single family home, average sale price, $1,115,000. About a 25% gain as well. So even though we saw that huge bump and it continued to rise month over month, we're still seeing that trend going. Now let me talk about what I see is going to happen in the next few months. So let's talk about the condos out in the market. We don't see a lot of the new condo sales actually get registered under our system, so we can't track them as easy. So our numbers do get skewed a little bit. For example, we're going to see about 1,400 new condos come to market within probably the next 6 months, depending on the market conditions. And right now, we saw recently just a few newer high-rises complete, such as 1151, Ellis Park. And what that does is that brings newer, a little more high-end homes onto the resale market, which is what we track. And I think that's why we're seeing the numbers go higher in the condo area. Plus, let's talk about it in 2 to 3 years, actually 3 to 4 years, because these high rises are so large, they're going to take 3 to 4 years to actually complete, and then they're going to come onto market, because most of them are actually investors purchasing these high rise condos downtown, and then we're going to see them come back onto the market. So it'll be interesting in 3 to 4 years what we see with an increase of supply coming onto the market in the condo category. Now in the townhome category, we normally see anywhere from 20 to 84 unit project, and that's what keeps it relatively stable. We don't see a huge lot of townhomes come on because they also get built in little, let's call it quadrants of 4 or 6 or 10 plexes. So they get built, they get moved in, and then some of them go on for resale. But in a high rise, it's all really or nothing when they close on it. So we see a relatively stable townhouse community, values, but they are getting nicer, they are getting not necessarily bigger, but more efficient. So we'll watch those over the next 24 months. But the most interesting thing is single family home values. So a few years ago, you could buy a lot anywhere from 300,000 to 500,000. What we're seeing right now is we're seeing a lot sell for anywhere between 7, 8, 9, 1.2 million in the same areas that we saw them for around maximum about 500,000, 600,000. So we're seeing that, let's call it that fixed cost jump immensely for a spec home or a custom home. And usually about a 12 to 14 month build out, and then you have your end home or your end value or your end cost of that single family home. But we're also seeing costs for material rise. We're also seeing timelines for the home to get finished lengthen. So I'd love to see in about even 24 months from now what these homes that are now reselling, which are just being built in this 2-year period, what the value is going to be. Because 3-4 years ago, that fixed land cost was so much lower and the material was quite a bit lower. So we're seeing these homes right out of the gate when they go to sell, their costs are higher, they have to sell for higher. So it'll be interesting to see what the outcome is in about 2 years. Let's talk about the highest and lowest sales in last month for each category. So for the condos, highest condo sale in the Madison, $1,160,000 downtown. And the most affordable was $187,000 in the Rutland area. And again, the average sale price is $434,402. The townhomes, the highest townhome that sold was again in the Lower Mission area, $1,620,000, and the most affordable was in Rutland at $293,500. The average sale price is $679,678. Now, single family home category, a whopping $6,500,000 in Southeast Kelowna was the highest sale, and the most affordable out in the Fintry area at $389,000. And the average price for a single family home in today's market is $1,115,198. So if you have any questions in the Kelowna market, please give us a call at 250-258-9888. My name is Darcy Nyrose, and I look forward to talking to you next month.